What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream here. Welcome.
Yes! Oh my god!
Getting started. Oh yeah. What up, everybody? Hope you guys are having a good day today. In the crypto world, we got Bitcoin at the 10.5 thousand area, and it's just kind of hovering. It looks like it's gone down just a little bit in the past 24 hours. Cardano back down to 31 cents, very cheap. It's been dropping off quite a bit for now. So let's go ahead and check out some JP Morgan news. Is JP Morgan admitting defeat? So we'll go ahead and hop on right now. Let me know what you guys are up to real quick, and see if I can actually pop out the chat. I guess we do have the chat going. Hang on, guys. Told you guys I'd do something new on the live streams here, so I got the chat popped out. What's going on? Hello. Thanks for joining in the stream here. So let's see here. Make sure my screen is showing. So JP Morgan sees crypto as competition risk to its business in a SEC annual report. All right. So JP Morgan Chase has added a segment on cryptocurrencies to the risk factor section of their 2000 annual report to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission filed yesterday, February 27th. The annual report mentions cryptocurrencies under the competition subsection when describing how new competitors have emerged that threaten JP Morgan's operations. Jamie Dimon, I'm looking at you. Both financial institutions and their non-banking competitors face the risk that payment processing and other services that could be disrupted by technologies such as cryptocurrencies that require no intermediation. So obviously, this is all. If two of the largest banks are saying that cryptocurrency is a risk to their business, then it's got to be a risk to every other bank out there, period. The report notes that these new technologies, evidently including blockchain, although they do not mention it by name, could require JP Morgan to spend more to modify or adapt its products to attract and retain clients and customers, or to match products and services offered by its competitors, including technology companies. So other breaking news was like yesterday or the day before, where you saw Goldman Sachs backed app Circle, or tech company Circle, buy out Poloniex, which is one of the largest exchanges out there in the crypto space. You know, it was at one time the #1 place to buy and sell and go, exchange your cryptocurrencies. So Circle buys out, Poloniex. So this is something that's pretty much pivotal in the crypto space. I mean, they have tons of plans with Poloniex that Circle has tons of plans for, but why would Goldman Sachs company backed by, or Circle, buy Poloniex if they see crypto that, it's going to fail? So they plan on adding tons of more products, a one-stop shop for like everything you can think of as far as investment vehicles go. So there's that. It says this competition could potentially put downward pressure on prices and fees for JP Morgan Chase's products and services, or may cause JP Morgan Chase to lose market share. So as you've seen, actually a lot of customers have been affected by cryptocurrency. As far as if you have an account with JP Morgan Chase, if you have like an account at Chase Bank, then you may have seen suspended services from buying cryptocurrency. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. They're protecting their turf, and they quote unquote don't want you buying cryptocurrencies because it's a high risk, and it is. I will give them that. It is a risk, but they basically said you're not responsible enough to buy cryptocurrencies yourself. We're gonna stop you from doing that. We're gonna shut your accounts down, stop the credit cards from buying cryptocurrency. But we're gonna go ahead and, as far as Goldman Sachs is concerned, buy an exchange. So they're betting on cryptocurrency, but they won't let you bet on cryptocurrency. So there's that. Last week, Bank of America has released, not to even mention, Bitcoin has been the #1 performing asset of last year. And we may even see that continuing trend in 2018. So last week, Bank of America released their SEC annual report that also contained a mention of cryptocurrencies as a threat to their business, with risk of competition described in very similar terms. The widespread adoption of new technologies, including internet services, cryptocurrency, and payment systems, that could require substantial expenditures to modify or adapt our existing products and services. Very interesting. JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon had made waves back in September 2017 when he called Bitcoin a fraud and threatened to fire any employee that traded BTC on company accounts. Since then, Dimon has backtracked slightly, telling a Cointelegraph reporter at the Davos World Economic Forum that he is not a skeptic on cryptocurrencies. In the beginning of February, which actually his daughter buys Bitcoin, may I add, in the beginning of February, an alleged internal report from JP Morgan Chase referred to cryptocurrencies as innovative and unlikely to disappear, obviously because it is decentralized. Also noting cryptocurrency's potential to be successfully applied to payment system areas that are traditionally problematic or slow, such as cross-border payments, which is actually a solution that Ripple is trying to solve, despite Ripple being not very decentralized. But obviously other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum that plan on let me see, I'm going to try to pull up that chat, guys. Hang on just a second. That plan on scaling their payment platforms to not only compete with Swift, but to be better than Swift. So, you have companies like Ripple with their settlement networks. We're going to see lots of other similar things from other cryptocurrencies, not just Ripple. So there is that. Let's see if I can pop this chat out real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. Hey, what's going on, Uden James? We got Jose Manuel popping in. Manuel. We got ECT Snap Fork. I'm not sure what that means. That is to say that they stopped cryptos from Nigeria. A lot of countries in Africa, they, definitely don't like cryptocurrencies. So a lot of people are they shut down their banks and things like that. Crypto is risk. Yeah, the banks. Yeah. Crypto is a risk. This is to say I am going to sell off all my coins because I don't want to lose my money. Well, there's going to be definitely investors going to buy those coins that you're going to sell, and obviously like that. What's crack-a-lackin'? Did you clear? What is up? Hope you guys are having an awesome day as well. There's that. Also, for those of you new to this channel, I actually have something special on my lives now. I've integrated... Basically, if you guys do donations, which you guys don't have to, but there's like a million ways to donate now or support the channel. I have a Patreon account set up. I'm going to continue to develop that. But also, obviously, the Bitcoin and Ethereum address is in the description below. But also, the Super Chat, you can actually donate as well through that. And a cool little Giphy will pop up for you. So there's that as well. I'll have different ways to do that to kind of make the channel more fun and everything like that. So, anyways, we are looking at coinmarketcap.com. Slightly red prices today after yesterday, which was a pretty good day for the most part, largely due to Bitcoin's run up there. Personally, I like the slow growth again because it's showing Bitcoin is back in an uptrend. And hopefully we can break the 12K area so we can go to 14K as well. So in other news, 50 Cent. Actually, we won't talk about 50 Cent, but we'll talk about Bill Gates. Bill Gates used to be bullish on cryptocurrencies. Now on Reddit, now says that basically cryptocurrency causes death in a fairly direct way. So he is afraid, basically, in a nutshell. I haven't even read this article yet, but I've heard a lot about it. But he's pretty much saying that, cryptocurrencies due to their anonymous features that people don't really have to be there to buy pretty much like opiate drugs. There's kind of a big war right now. If you guys don't live in the U.S., but there's a big war on opiates, pretty much recently, and I mean, it's been going on for a while. This is Ada. It's quarter. I think so too, Slot Cooler. Yo, what's up, DigiClear? So, yeah, I mean, let's veer off for a second. I think Cardano is going to have a great year this year. That's my opinion. Now, this is not financial advice, so I do have to say that. This is just entertainment only, so quick disclaimer there as well. But yeah, ADA, I definitely think this year is going to be a great year. NEO looking good because they're doing it. Basically, if you have some NEO, then there's a airdrop that's going to be taking place. I forgot which crypto it's going to be, but if you have NEO, you're going to get that. I don't know if it's a 1-to-1 airdrop, but that's why NEO has seen an uptick in price, but it's still down in the last 24 hours. Cardano, I think, is going to be a pretty much a sleeper cryptocurrency, and it's always been like that. It has always been. I caught Cardano probably around 2 cents, 1 or 2 cents, and really did my research on them, and they were listed way down below, and now they're number 7. So I think they're going to be a huge competitor, not only to NEO but Ethereum as well. So time will tell. But back to Bill Gates. So he did a Ask Me Anything on a session yesterday, and he said the main feature of cryptocurrencies is their anonymous features, basically. I don't think this is a good thing. The government's ability to find money laundering and tax evasion and terrorist funding is a good thing. Right now, cryptocurrencies are used for buying fentanyl and other drugs, so it is a rare technology that has caused death in a fairly direct way. I think it's the speculative wave around ICOs and cryptocurrencies is super risky for those who go long. Yeah, well, ICOs obviously are a risk for sure. You always want to do your research on the team, the white paper, everything you can. You want to invest only in the best projects that you see fit. You always also have to abide by your local, state, and federal laws or country laws as well. But with these established projects, there's not really a huge risk. Like you have EOS that can scale to the moon, Ethereum, which has a huge network and tons of different smart contracts and things of that nature. Bitcoin with its intrinsic value coming from network uses. You got way different types of basically different market uses as well. Tons of pairings on all exchanges. The fees are lowering. The Lightning Network, decentralization, one of the most decentralized, obviously the most decentralized cryptocurrency out there. All right, so it says while drug purchases online have been increasing, the vast majority of drug users still purchase illicit substances via more traditional methods. According to a 2017 global drug survey, regardless of country, less than half of drug users purchase substances via the dark web in any one country. The global median for purchase percentage of drug users who use the darknet is 10.1%. So let's see here. Finland is very high, it looks like, on the survey. It says, have you obtained drugs from darknet market in the last 12 months? Finland, 41. I guess I don't know what these numbers actually represent because I can't see that close here. I guess it does say percentage wise, so that's pretty crazy. Let's check out the United States. Only 13.2%. So I mean, it's kind of been basically debunked that Bitcoin is like 1% of it is used for illicit purposes, while most criminals still prefer fiat money. Cash money, because it's pretty much hard to trace, especially if you have the actual dollar bills or the actual bills. Harvard project, what do you think about Encash? That just dropped. Tim Draper funded it. I'm not sure if I've seen Encash. Draper has actually, he's funded a lot of projects. He's got a lot of projects under his belt. in some form or fashion. He is heavily invested in cryptocurrency. So, I think he's got solid vision for the future. So pretty much, I think anything he really invests in is going to be not only a long-term project, but something that you can kind of look forward to solving an actual real-world problem. Usually, so that's not the case with every project. You're going to have some that flop, but Tim Draper's obviously a smart person, and he's got he obviously, his team is going to do the research on the teams that are developing these projects. So it shows Tim Draper right there. And you also want to confirm that Tim Draper, some of these, I don't know if this is an ICO, or it looks like it just wrapped up its ICO, but you always have to make sure on some of these ICOs if they're legit. Check on the team, make sure that these investors have actually invested in it. Go to their website, go to their funds, and verify that as well. That's one thing that I do, and you guys should do as well. You always want to verify everything you can as far as those projects go. It's only 2 cents. You have a 1 billion total supply, but we don't know the circulating supply because it just is, looks like it just got done with its ICO. Probably still need to integrate the API to get the actual market cap. So, I mean, depending on, I guess depending on what Nucleus Vision is, then I can kind of like tell you guys what I think, the price might or ought to be, or give some price predictions. But since I don't know enough about Nucleus Vision to tell you guys that. I definitely agree. Definitely a long-term hold. One of the already few working projects. Yes, I love to see projects that are already like working or semi-working, and I think investors do too as well. So let me see if I can, for example, I'm trying to think of some maybe ICOs back in the past that were already kind of working projects, if I can think of any. But you guys get the point. Like some projects, they already have like their stuff together. They already have like partnerships. They already have like stuff like dialed in. I think one of them was Coinstarter, where they had like 4,000 registered ICOs that wanted to register with them already, and they had like 200,000 users already. They had 2 other products that were already lined up and like pretty much ready to go. So I love to see that when a company like already has semi-working projects, and they just need funding to kind of get the word out, or fund something, or pay off their team or whatever have you, but they have a working project. I like to see that obviously with the roadmap mixed in. So Bill Gates, obviously, he was very bullish on cryptocurrency. Now it comes out on Reddit. So this is kind of a direct hit to cryptocurrencies as far as the billionaire is concerned, as far as we're concerned, because Bill Gates has been definitely, like in the past, was very positive with cryptocurrency, but I think he just wants to. I think this is kind of covering his butt, to be honest. I don't think. I don't really see Bill Gates. I mean, he's so stinking smart that to not see intrinsic value in cryptocurrency would be silly. And he's obviously the richest person in like the world. So let's scroll down. Here it says, it goes on to say, Gates' remarks resulted in harsh criticism from Redditors participating in the discussion. While some advised Gates to reread the Bitcoin white paper, others reproached him for what was perceived to be an attempt to influence the crypto market with his celebrity status. If Bill Gates says he doesn't like crypto because of how well shaded the flow of money is, a lot of ears are perking up, said a user calling himself hot ice water. When one user pointed out that fiat currencies can also be used for illicit activities such as money laundering, tax evasion, terrorist funding, and during purchases, basically the number one currency to fund all of that, Gates said that the necessity of a physical presence makes illicit activities and transfers more difficult. Yes, but it still happens. Yes, anonymous cash is used for these kinds of things, but you have to be physically present to transfer it, which makes things like kidnapping payments more difficult. He's definitely got a point. And one of the reasons why I'm not really heavily invested in some of the more anonymous coins. Look at Dash actually falling off just a little bit after that AMA yesterday. Same thing with Monero, just a little drop, not too big. I don't know if it has anything to do with Bitcoin, but and also Zcash as well has dropped tremendously over the past month or two. But I think governments are going to look at some of these cryptocurrencies and try to regulate some of these anonymous coins, or at least make you claim them so they know who you are. So that's something to keep in mind as you're investing in these anonymous coins. I definitely think he's got a point. I think he's definitely covering his butt from being bullish back then. But, he's got to with his stature. If, things go sour and people are already using cryptocurrencies for illicit purposes on some things. He's just covering his butt there. So it's back in 2015, the Microsoft founders' position towards cryptocurrencies was far more optimistic. Obviously, that we just covered that. And in an interview with Eric Schatzker on Bloomberg TV, Smart Street Show, Gates put it baldly that, I think they meant to put boldly maybe, but they put baldly, that Bitcoin is better than currency. Moreover, as a part of the Financial Services for the Poor initiative, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation was sponsored the development of blockchain infrastructure for merchants in Kenya to accept cryptocurrencies. While Gates remains skeptical of cryptocurrencies, the underlying blockchain also remains an area of interest of the Microsoft Corporation, which has gone ahead with its direction as CEO. Over the past year, Microsoft participated in several business initiatives relating to blockchain technology like the Microsoft Azure or Cocoa framework. The company recently announced that it is looking to integrate blockchain-based decentralized IDs into its Microsoft Authenticator app. Microsoft decided that blockchain technology and protocols were well suited to task their project, creating a secure and decentralized form of identity. Very interesting. So we're going to see, obviously I don't need to tell you guys, but just showing you guys Microsoft's already working on a form of identification, which is definitely going to compete with projects like Status and things like that as well. Nice, we got a subscriber. There's your Giphy right there. Definitely something new to the channel. Congratulations. You powered up to Super Saiyan there. All right, but what was I talking about here? We got off track there for a second. Oh yeah, it's going to compete with projects like Status. So Status obviously is going to be something of similar, basically where you'll have, your ID integrated into the Ethereum network, but you'll also be able to message and buy things with Status as well. And there's other projects that are obviously very similar or carry some of the same weight. So if Microsoft, which is already hopping on board with this, will definitely compete with definitely some of these projects that aim to solve decentralized identification features. So there is that as well. So times like this where the market is down might be a good opportunity to buy. So this isn't financial advice, just entertainment and opinion only. Entertainment and opinion only. So there is that. Take a drink of water. All right. Let's check out to see if we can check out some more news. What are you guys liking? Are you guys liking this? Smash up the likes. Like Superman says it. Smash up the likes. Subscribe to this channel. And let me see here. Let me test out a few features that we got. Do you have any idea when Electroneum will drop to new exchanges? I thought it was supposed to this week. You know what? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check it out here real quick by using coinmarketcal.com. If you missed a bunch of tools that I use, actually I can just push a button now and it will make my YouTube channel pop up. So pulling up coinmarketcal.com real quick. So anyways, I had a bunch of tools that I used to find cryptocurrencies, ICOs, and things like that. If you want to go back and watch that video, you can. You're more than welcome to. It's quite a long video, but I cover a lot of things in detail. Let's go ahead, take a look at Electroneum. see if we can find some events when some Electronium is going to be dropped. So let's see here. Electronium, the 28th. Optimized GUI wallet. All right, I see you. So it looks like their wallet's going to have a nicer GUI. March 31st, which is next month. And hit BTC listing. Reconfirm that we are still in the queue and to be added, and fingers crossed during March. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got my volume over here. So there you go. There you have it. Electronium, March 31st, 2018. If you guys have any other questions, oops, open up this notepad. Click out of there. So that is pretty much all of the biggest news today. I will actually read this article because I think it's really interesting. And I'll leave all the article descriptions below. Actually, it should be already under the description if it's pulled up yet. This is just, I'm using Cointelegraph.com to get the news. But Japanese e-commerce giant Rakuten, if I'm pronouncing that right, to launch its own cryptocurrency. Now they're like one of the biggest, largest e-commerce companies in Japan. They actually are they sponsor the Warriors, like not the San Francisco Warriors, but the Oakland, I guess I don't even know what you call it, the Golden State Warriors. They have Rakuten patches on their jerseys when they play. So that's just something that is just a cool little factoid. But it says Japan's largest e-commerce company, Rakuten, with a market capitalization over 12.5 billion, is planning to launch its own cryptocurrency called Rakuten Cash based on blockchain technology and the existing Rakuten Superpoints loyalty program. The announcement was made by CEO and founder Hiroshi Mikitana during his speech at the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, which actually, Mobile World Congress, guys, that's where Electronium was at the other day. They were featured as one of the cryptocurrencies there, so we're waiting on news for that. Mikitana described the newly announced asset as a borderless currency, underlining Rakuten's vision of differentiating itself from its online retail rivals like Amazon, Alibaba, or eBay, and recreating the relationship between retailers and merchants. So this is pretty crazy. This is actually, I think this could be a bullish move for all of cryptocurrency. And here's why. All right, if they create their own cryptocurrency, maybe, just maybe, that they'll accept other cryptocurrencies as well to actually, buy Rakuten Cash, or they just might outright accept it. But, they may pay you rewards to obviously keep their cryptocurrency, it says here. But if they integrate other cryptocurrencies into their platform, you're looking at a very big company that is accepting cryptocurrencies as a payment for the e-commerce giant. So I think this is a step forward for cryptocurrency and a leader in the direction for companies, like being a leader, leading other companies like Amazon, Alibaba, and eBay, looking at, maybe looking at some form of integration. Amazon has been known to buy cryptocurrency types of websites as well. So that's something to definitely keep an eye on. I think eBay has fallen behind in this race. They started off being one of the cutting edge leaders in e-commerce because they had, like PayPal, they had, very cool features on their platform. But I think for them to not accept cryptocurrencies at this point is probably they've fallen way behind. I'm just gonna say that. I used to love eBay, but you have like e-commerce places like Newegg, Overstock.com that have already accept Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in some way. So I think eBay's way behind the race. I think they need to catch up and be a leader as well. Obviously, with regulations looming in the United States, that might be hard for them to do, but they need to figure it out some way, somehow. That's just my opinion. Says basically our concept is to recreate a network of retailers and merchants. We do not want to disconnect them from our customers, but function as its catalyst. This is our philosophy, how to empower society, not just provide more convenience, Mikitana said. Rakuten Super Points loyalty system was launched 15 years ago and has seen significant success since then, resulting in total issuance of over 1 trillion Super Points to Rakuten customers, roughly equal to $9.1 billion. These points are obtained every time a customer makes a purchase on the marketplace and can be discounted to the future purchases of certain products and services on the shopping platform. The company intends to implement the blockchain-based loyalty program to attract and engage customers and use the growing interest in cryptocurrencies to recruit new loyalty members on the global scale. For Rakuten, however, it hasn't released any details about the launch date for its service. The latest announcement comes from almost 2 years the Japanese Rakuten acquired the intellectual property assets of Bitcoin payment processor Bitnet and opened the Rakuten blockchain lab to explore applications for blockchain and e-commerce and fintech. Very, very cool. Japan, obviously, if you guys don't already know, they already legalized Bitcoin as a form of currency. Japan obviously is one of the most technological advanced countries in the world. I think this is very cool for them to do that, especially a large company like Rakuten to implement blockchain into their system. And I believe that other companies, this will be kind of like a domino effect because they are such a large company. I mean, it's $1 billion company. You can't just ignore that. So yeah, there is that as well. Steve Wozniak, former Apple co-founder, loses 7 BTC and unlikely credit card fraud. I won't actually read about that because that's just a bummer. But that's pretty much it for you guys. I just wanted to read the JP Morgan news, Bill Gates, and everything like that. 50 Cent denies that he has Bitcoin. He denies that he is a Bitcoin millionaire at a bankruptcy court as well. In other news, this was yesterday's news, but if you didn't already know, he claimed like he had like 700 Bitcoins like last year, and was basically, I guess he lied about it. So now he says that he does not have them. I don't know what to believe. Maybe he's just gonna store those like in a private. I don't know. I really don't know what to think of this. You guys can read the article, but that's just kind of funny. I don't know what to think of that. Let me know what you guys think of that. So with that being said, guys, it is time to end the stream. What do you think about JP Morgan admitting that cryptocurrency is a risk to their business? What do you think about Bill Gates saying that cryptocurrencies cause death in fairly direct ways? Do you think fiat does that even more so? Do you think people are getting away with other means of basically conducting criminal activities other than cryptocurrencies? What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Smash up the likes, subscribe, hit the notification bell. This is basically a news stream that I wanted to do, trying something out different. I'll do other streams that are more focused on other things as well. But as always, I will see you guys in the next video and at the blockchain. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.